Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of This Hour, live with myself, Ava Raquel. It's wonderful to have you here on this gloomy, rainy day. What else is there to do, you know? So I hope there's been lots going on. I cut my hair. I have bangs. I don't know what they're called. It looks like ramen, but that's okay. So I cut my hair, so that's fun. But I hope you've all been streaming my new single, Helpless, which has been out for a little while. So thank you so much if you have been. That's awesome. The next single off of the upcoming album is going to be coming out very soon. The pre-save for that will be October 22nd. And the release date will be November 5th. So that's exciting. I'm really looking forward to that. The cover artwork looks really awesome. It's really pretty. Okay, anyways. I have 4 big shows coming up. So it's this fall, and they're in person, which is what we want, which is so exciting. Oh, it's going to feel so nice to play music with real people in real time. So one of the shows, for my fans and listeners who are not from Canada or can't otherwise make it, I will be at the Oakville Center for the Performing Arts. It's $10 a ticket, and that show will be live in person, but also live streamed to a bunch of different communities. So yes, it is. It will be live streamed as well, so that's exciting. So all of the information for that is on my website, but then I've also got, so that show, Oakville, is going to be on the 22nd of October, and I've got Richmond Hill on October 29th, and then Guelph on November 12th, and then, that kind of rhymed, and then Brantford on December 16th, so lots of stuff coming up. It's all very exciting, so I hope to see some familiar faces, or maybe not so familiar faces if I've never met you, stuff like that. I'm very excited. With that said, I'm really excited. So before I sing anything, oh yeah, also, happy Thanksgiving, everyone, if you're in Canada. I mean, happy Thanksgiving, way in advance if you're not in Canada, but, So before I sing anything or bring anybody on, I've been working with this lovely crew of people, and we created a awesome music video for Helpless, and I'm so excited. So if you're not a Patreon member, then you haven't seen this yet, because I put it on Patreon first. But my lovely director who did this, Kate Harrison, she did a wonderful job. So I'm really excited. This is kind of the premiere. It's not really out yet, so I'm going to be showing it right here, right now. So this was so much fun to record. Here we go. This is my Helpless music video. Stars rise, sudden falls, we fear we stall, and everything stops. You're by my side, your smile curved wide, and everything stops. I can't hide the willingness to keep you around. It's bringing me down, 'cause you're in my heart and on my mind. And love I find thinking isn't good for the soul. That technique is old, I know. Ooh, hit me with those brown eyes, no matter how I try. Ooh, what if I told you that I'm helpless, maybe even restless? Would you love me still? 'Cause I will, I will. Lay here with me, patterns we breathe, and everything stops. I can see the road, hold tight, both filled with fright. and everything stops. You're in my sights, my fascination with your smile. I'm in denial, 'cause you're in my heart and on my mind. And love I find, dreaming could be good for the soul. Oh, so I've been told, I know. Ooh, hit me with those brown eyes, no matter how hard I try. Ooh, but if I told you that I'm helpless, maybe even restless, would you love me still? 'Cause I will, I will, I will. Hit me with those brown eyes, no matter how hard I try. Told you that I'm helpless, maybe even restless. Would you love me still? 'Cause I will, I will, I will. So yeah, that's the video. I was very excited for it. I'm glad everybody is enjoying it and likes it. It was a fun day. We like took the whole day and went from, I think it was like 11 till 10 o'clock at night and got it done. We rented out this beautiful space, as you could see. It was like an Airbnb. It's so awesome in there. It's so artistic. Anyways, yeah, so that'll be up for viewing pleasure soon. Anyways, with that said, I'm going to do one song before I bring on my first lovely guest. And then we'll get to some chatting. I'm going to do an original that isn't going to be released on this record, but at some point, maybe, we'll see. But it's a song I wrote a long time, feels like a long time ago. I guess it is, back in May of 2020. That was pretty long ago. So this is called Nothing More. It seems like a dream, the way that you know me and my thoughts have a long way to go. In that dream I see a bed set for two, all of my imperfections just shine right on through. But that doesn't seem to bother you, so you've offered me worlds to explore. And I guess I expect nothing more. I've captured your glance like a photo, it seems. Your smile could bring to their knees, but it looks like it's me that you chose to seek, still baffled, confused, and amazed just to see that you don't want anybody else. You've offered me worlds to explore, and I guess I expect nothing more. Oh, look at me. I'm as helpless as can be, as I wrap my head around why you've chosen me. Oh, I mess things up. There's hardly much right with me and the way that I live my life, but that doesn't seem to bother you, so you've offered me worlds to explore, and I guess I expect nothing more. But I guess I expect nothing more. Thanks, everyone. Yeah, so that's my song called Nothing More. All right. Well, I think I'm going to bring on my first guest. I met her a very long time ago. I don't even know how old I was. I guess it was back in 2015. I performed at her jazz festival. So I would have been about 14, which is, a while. So she's gone from jazz to musical theater to blues and rock and roll, and she has 25 plus years of experience in music, TV, film, stage, etc. The list goes on. She's released multiple albums and has traveled the world performing, and she's the founding director of the South Coast Jazz Festival. So please welcome Julian Kachoki.
Hi, Avery.
Hi, how are you?
So nice to see you here.
Yeah, it's so nice to see
you. You might get a cameo appearance from my two Chinese guests.
That's amazing. So how have you been? How are things? I know it's been a wacky time.
It certainly is a wacky time right now. I'm really so happy and so proud to see all the things that you're doing and listen to your music. It's really great. And I actually met you when you were 12.
Yes, it was much before 2015.
That's how I knew that you were a jazzer to be / musical star.
Yes.
Immediately as soon as I met you.
So I have a bunch to ask you about, a bunch of things. So I want to start, kind of with yourself and the music. So what kind of inspired you to get started in music, and why, like, the specific genres that you've chosen?
It started off as, well, I guess just loving music. I would sing all the commercials at the table, and open up the fridge like The Price is Right ladies. And I just drove my parents nuts, so they had to put me in something. And that was dance at first, and then that became musical theater, which became I needed to sing to dance in shows. And then my voice was sort of semi-operatic. So when I was touring in Boston with Joseph and the Music Technique Color Dreamcoat, they tried to get me to become an opera singer. I don't know. And then I ended up jazz way down here, many, many years later, and that's a genre that you can do anytime, but I really do love it all. And it kind of jazz sat in when I was living in Tokyo at 19. My first job was moving from Brantford to Tokyo, and I saw a jazz quintet. And they were so good. Even as a dancer, I couldn't find one at a certain point. You know, I sit down, I could hear where one is, and then it would change. And I was like, what's going on? And I'm looking at them and still couldn't figure it out. And I was hooked. It was like, you know.
That's awesome. That's such a cool story. Now, I don't want to dwell on it too much, but your career kind of took a little setback a few years ago. And, you know, if you could tell people a little bit about that and how it's affected how you've gotten to where you are now.
Yeah, well, I guess I probably wouldn't be doing a jazz festival if I hadn't had 4 car accidents that stopped the dance career. So, you know, when you're left with that and sitting in your house going, okay, what am I going to do with myself? What still moves me? It was really music that just kept moving me. So that led to CD number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that we talk about anyway. There's a few others floating around.
Well, I'm so glad that you've been able to put together this festival. So, you know, when did it start? And, you know, what other reasons, you know, besides maybe not having much to do at the time, like what were your reasons for putting together this festival? Because it's awesome. It's been going on for a good amount of time now.
I know. I can't believe it's the 9th annual next year. Well, it's the 8th annual next week.
Yes.
We're working on next year and the year after already right now. And one of the guests that you have today is in the festival this year. Charu.
Yes.
Love her.
I can't wait to talk to her. Can't wait.
I feel like I discovered you both. Don't you guys forget it in your Grammys and your Junos and your Oscars. Anyway, I forget what the question was.
Just why, you know, like why you started the festival and yeah, what made you want to do it?
So I guess what ended up happening was I ended up sort of in the jazz genre and making a bunch of jazz music, and I met so many incredible musicians. And that particular genre is, I mean, you have to be really good to do jazz music and be a jazz musician, and it's inspiring in itself. I mean, I'm just as much of a fan as I like to do it. And it's one of those things where it just kind of developed. I met a bunch of people, and then I moved to Norfolk County, and there wasn't really anything going on here. I was inspired by all the wineries and breweries and lots of places to go, lots of, you know, things to do. And this is a destination town. So it developed that way. There was a lot of interest, and we have over 60 local partners usually that are involved when we're not in the middle of a pandemic.
Yes. Yeah, so it's been crazy. The festival's going to be online this year, yeah?
It's a hybrid event. So it's
Okay,
online,
amazing.
15, 16, 17 of October. And that features Heather Fambrit, John Finley, Charu, Suri trio, Tabora Johnson. We've got a dozen juniors trio that are from different colleges around, as you know, because way back when you were a dozen junior, we go through the colleges and find talent that we can showcase so that they'll move forward. The living legends, Jean Denovi and Dave Young, Alison Young. Oh, geez, the list goes on.
Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. So many amazing artists. So we have a video of you performing at the festival that we're going to show here. I don't even know what it is, but I'm looking forward to seeing it. Do you have any?
Song,
it is? Oh, amazing.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about that a little bit before we show it?
Broken Compass is a heartfelt therapy album, I guess you could call it. And it's my all originals music. It does feature 2 other songs, one by Carla Muller that she wrote for me, and another one that I've written, like I co-wrote with a lot of the people that are on it. And it's called Broken Compass. It's about not knowing what's going on and where you're going, hence all the car accidents and that sort of thing. So it was like therapy, and this is one of the tunes that I think really can fit with a lot of people right now, and the sentiment. So,
Yes. Awesome. Cool. Well, let's watch that right now.
Okay.
This next song is kind of fun, near and dear. It's off my album, Broken Compass. It's called 15 Minutes, and it's inspired by a friend of mine. One day I was having a terrible day, and she said, just take it one day at a time, just one day at a time. I said, the day is too long. She said, okay, break it down to 15 minutes. And so there's a song in there. This is 15 minutes. options and lost your pace. Multiply 60 by 24, divide by 15 and see 96 sections of heaven. Believe you me. 15 minutes. 15 minutes. 15 minutes at a time will keep your life in line. Yeah, yeah. So the next time you're in a dither, remember what I say. It's all in how you look at things to be merry on your way. Slow it down, take a look, exhale, reassess. It'll help with your blood pressure and lower your stress. 15 minutes. Ooh, 15 minutes. 15 minutes at a time will help you save your mind. That's right, baby. Take a nice deep breath. 60 minutes in each hour, 24 hours in each day, 96 sections of heaven. Ow! Yeah, babies. Woo! That one was for you, Mom.
Amazing. That's such a great song. I love that. It's so good. Yes, that was wonderful. So will you be performing in this year's festival or?
That is actually a clip from this year's festival. It's
Okay,
in
great.
production right now, we got a huge $100,000 grant from the Digital Now Canadian Council, for Canada Council for the Arts, and that enabled us at the last minute, I might add, 10 days, because we had changed the dates 4 times.
That's awesome.
That's another whole story. That's another whole story. Everyone's same story this year, but it ended up all turning out, and gratefully we were able to do it right with lots of multi-cameras, multi-tracks, and on a high level.
Nice. That's awesome. So I'm going to keep you on the screen, but I'm going to introduce our next guest because we'll do like a triple screen thing. So this next guest is an artist in this year's festival. She's an international jazz performer, composer, Charu Suri. She's the first Indian-born jazz composer to premiere her work at Carnegie Hall, which is so awesome. Been performing piano since the age of 5, playing piano since the age of 5, performing since the age of 9. She won the international piano competition at the age of 15, recently released Book of Ragas Volume 2, which I really want to talk about with her. And it's all completely original sound and jazz, and she's continued her work in the first volume, so I'm very excited to talk to her, so please welcome Charu Suri. Hi. It's a little quiet. Is there a way to turn up?
Is there a way to, okay. Is it too quiet? You can't
That's
hear
good.
me?
That's much better.
Much better?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Awesome.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing? Juliann, it's so great to see you.
You too. I can't wait to meet you in person.
Yeah, it's nice to e-meet you, I guess, on, this weird.
You're so talented.
Thank you. So I'm just gonna ask Julianne, so what day will people be able to catch you at the festival?
Charu's in every day of the festival.
That's so great.
There's 3 days of the festival, and what we've done is there were many ways to approach it with all of the content that we had. But what I did was I broke it up. So the headliners, and Charu's our international headliner. There's 3 days of festival, so you're in 3 days of the festival. You'll be featured every day with a song, and one day with a song in the interview with Jimmy Petty.
That's incredible. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be a part of it, and Juliann, you sound wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
So Charu, is this your first year in the South Coast Jazz Fest?
Yeah,
Awesome.
this is our first year because I think Juliann, you and I met only like last year.
So how did you guys meet?
We met virtually. I think we were connected virtually, and then I heard of the South Coast Jazz Festival, and then
That's awesome.
and she had me on this year, my first year, and I'm super excited because Canada has been one of my dream destinations to actually perform, but because of the borders being closed for so long,
Yeah.
I'm not really sure if that was even possible. So thank you for making that possible. I'm really excited.
Oh, that's so great. I'm so excited for people to enjoy this festival. So, with that being said, Shrew, I'm going to keep you on the screen, but thank you so much, Julianne. I appreciate you coming on here. I'm looking forward to the festival, and I'm sure so many people are. So you can go to southcoastjazz.com. Is there anything else you want to mention before you head out?
Me?
Yes.
Yes, well, it's a hybrid event. You can still buy tickets for the live event. But yes, absolutely. Go and share. And, all of these musicians, there's a donate button. We want to keep it alive and keep talent like Charu, Suri, and international partnerships like this alive and keeping the musicians featured and this arts and music going.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Julianne, for coming. It was so lovely to speak with you.
Bye,
It's been so
ladies.
long. See ya.
See you later.
Cool. So, first off, I have so many things to ask you.
Absolutely. And is the sound better now? Does it sound good?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Awesome.
Yes. When was it that you performed at Carnegie Hall? And how was that experience?
December 2019, right before
Okay.
the pandemic. It was the first time I premiered my book of raga, Volume 1, and it was an entire thing dedicated to my work. And we're actually back there
Yeah.
next month, November 13th, which is a Saturday, so that'll be my second time. And we're premiering the book of raga, Volume 2, officially to the audience.
That's so awesome. So I wanted to ask, for people who aren't, necessarily familiar with raga, I mean, I'm not even super familiar with it, but can you kind of explain what it is?
Sure, the raga is a modal scale found in India, and I grew up learning the Carnatic system, which is found in South India.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have so many ragas. There's over hundreds of ragas. Right now, there are 83 well-documented ones. And the interesting thing about these modal scales is the ascending scale is often different from the descending scale. So, for example, like a Kalyani raga, which is, it'll have Miri sa so you have a scale that's totally different, improvised, ascending versus descending. And it's really cool to try to find that world into the Western jazz framework. And I grew up in both. I was both a concert pianist, a classical concert pianist.
Mm-hmm.
And then I fell in love with jazz, and I realized that's kind of what I wanted to do, is to introduce some of the fresh ragas and scales I grew up with in the Western jazz field framework.
Interesting. That's so cool. That's such a it's such a fresh like idea that like it's truly original to you, which is so cool.
It's
Um,
great also because there's in our album there's also a Sufi singer.
mm,
Sufi is a music, it's an improvisational music that's found in, the Islamic trance religion. I didn't grow up with that, but I found some Sufi singers, and we basically combined three cultures rooted in the art of improvisation in one album.
that's so awesome. That's so interesting to me. So, I'm really looking forward to hearing you perform for us today. So, what are you going to do? And you can explain, the backstory behind it, and then I'll hand the floor to you.
Great. So I'm going to play a song, Raga number one. It's literally the first raga that I composed in an afternoon raga called Bhupalasi. Great thing, the interesting thing about Indian raga is they're supposed to be played at a certain time of day.
Mm.
And I know sometimes when I used to play Mozart and Beethoven and all the sonatas that are growing up, I never sat down and said, oh my God, Beethoven's a Sonata, I need to play it at like 1 in the afternoon. I didn't talk like that. But Indian ragas are supposed to be listened to at a certain time of day. And it was very powerful for me growing up and listening to these at certain times of day. My father would actually play them at certain times of day, so I would wake up with the morning ragas and go to bed with the ragas. It taught me to really slow down and really appreciate how much beauty there is in all the parts of the day. Because then when I came to the United States, I came for college, I was just actually, I was taken aback a little bit by how fast everything was. I know that, obviously grew up in a very populated city, over 30 million people in Chennai. I mean, it wasn't the people. It was just that sometimes I felt like I always was rushing and wasn't really living in the moment and, appreciating the beauty of the sounds. So I wanted to bring that aspect to the Western jazz.
That's awesome.
So the latest album that I wrote, the Book of Ragas Volume 2, is all morning ragas. And part of the reason is that I was waking up extra early during the pandemic. We were all in lockdown. Sometimes I was waking up really early just to get work done before everyone else was awake in the house. And that made me really appreciate the beauty of the morning ragas. So my work's all on YouTube and Spotify, so it's probably best appreciated online, but I'm playing just a piano version of the first raga that I wrote, which is an afternoon raga.
Beautiful. Oh, okay. Well, take it away. The floor is yours.
And if you know, just let me know if you can hear it.
Okay, yeah, sure. Perfect. Yes. Yay!
Thank you.
So beautiful. Oh, that was lovely to hear.
Thank you. And that's just like literally just part of the experience because we haven't heard the double bass and we haven't heard the Sufi improvisation over all of this.
Mm-hmm.
So that was what the Raga wants, which is currently the most downloaded track. Is about, and it has that energy of that afternoon, the Vimpalasi Raga. It's got an energy that I love.
Mm-hmm.
That is perfect when there's that time of day when you're always, starting to fall asleep.
Yeah, that was so beautiful. I'm looking forward to everything that's going to be done at the Jazz Festival and Carnegie Hall for you, which is so lovely. That must be so exciting. Now, what I like to do with some of my guests is this thing called rapid fire questions, where I ask you 10 questions and you just answer as quick as you can and whatever seems true to you. So they're completely random questions, so there's no stress. Yeah, so you get ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Favorite movie genre?
A romantic.
Favorite color?
Blue.
Smooth or crunchy peanut butter?
Smooth.
If you were to duet with one musical artist, who would it be?
Oh my God. A duet.
Yeah.
Josh Groban.
Oh, interesting. Favorite season?
I'm sorry, favorite what?
Season.
Favorite season? Spring.
Nice. That's a nice one. Favorite kind of sandwich?
Tomato mozzarella, the compressed sandwich.
That's pretty good. Favorite decade?
Probably the 80s.
All right. Nice. And where would you want to travel that you haven't been yet?
I would totally want to travel to Iceland right now. My friends are in Iceland. They're just so, raving about it, and I wish I could.
Awesome. And last one, are you a cat or a dog person?
I'm definitely a dog person, but now my daughter has converted me, so I'm becoming a cat person.
Yeah, it's a slow conversion. I never used to be a cat person, and now, you know what? I tolerate them. Anyways, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it a lot. Lastly, where can people find you, all of your social media and stuff like that, and anything else you want to plug before you leave?
Yeah, I'm on Charu Suri Music on Twitter, on Instagram, Charu Suri Trio on Facebook. So please do find me. Connect. I love hearing from you. Thank you, Avery.
Thank you. Of course, it was so lovely to speak with you. I've learned a lot just in this 15 minutes that we've talked, so I'm definitely looking forward to hearing more from you. It's so awesome.
Thank you. Likewise.
Thank you. All right, have a lovely evening.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Yes, so go check out everything that we talked about. Go check out Raga. Read about it online. It's super interesting. Watch her in the South Coast Jazz Festival coming up October 15th to the 17th. So much going on. It's all exciting things. So now I'm going to do my little, this weekend in music segment. We've got a few things to talk about, some cool, fun, interesting facts about what's been going on. So in 1965, this weekend, the Beatles started a 4-week run at #1 on the U.S. single charts with Yesterday, giving the group their 10th U.S. #1 single. It wasn't released in the U.K. until '76, which I think is really strange. But anyways, it's like such a beautiful song. But obviously, like everything, like every time you look up like this day in music, there will be something about the Beatles every single time. On this day in 1973, Elvis and Priscilla divorced after 6 years of marriage. She was awarded property, which was $725,000 cash and $4,200 a month in support. Not bad. Not bad. And then in 1985, John Lennon's 45th birthday, Yoko Ono, I think so she opened the 3.5-acre garden, which we know as Strawberry Fields, which I've been to. It's beautiful. I think it's a nice spot for his, memorial. And also in 1961, Ray Charles started a 2-week run at #1 with his single "Hit the Road Jack," and it reached #6 on the UK charts. So it's so interesting how the UK is just so different from the States, like musically, and just there's a lot that's different about it, but people don't really tend to think about it. Anyways, I'm just internalizing a little too much. Anyways, born on this day in 1937, Pat Burke from the Foundations, build me up, buttercup baby, don't let me down, mess me around. Anyways, awesome. It's a funky little song. And then in 1940, on this day, John Lennon was born. So I think, it would have been his 50th birthday. That's crazy. In 1990. I read it wrong. And then a few, actually, speaking of John Lennon, I've entered a couple of my songs into the John Lennon Songwriting Contest. Because why not? And 2 of my songs became finalists. I put one of them in for R&B soul, and then as a joke, I put in one of my songs into the country category, and it was a finalist. I don't know. I'm not going to be mad about it. It's a bluesy tune, but I guess it can come across that way, so we no, there's no voting or anything. It's just it placed as a finalist, so that's what it is. And then in 1948, Jackson Browne was born. And then this is interesting. In 1949, English songwriter, recorder, producer, musician Rod Temperton, who initially made his mark as the keyboardist and main songwriter for Heatwave, he was recruited by Quincy Jones to write songs for Michael Jackson, and those songs include Thriller, Off the Wall, and Rock With You, which is pretty cool. I'm sure Michael had a say in those songs, but I thought they were just him and Quincy, but I guess that's pretty cool. I didn't know. With all that said, I'm going to do a couple tunes by some of these artists that I talked about as we slowly finish off today. So I'm going to start with my favorite Ray Charles song, which I think is usually everyone's favorite Ray Charles song. Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Georgia, Georgia, a song of you comes as sweet and clear. This moonlight through the pines. Other arms reach out to me. Other eyes smile tenderly. Still in peaceful dreams, I see the road leads back to you. Georgia, Georgia, no peace do I find. Just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Other arms reach out to me. Other eyes smile tenderly. Still in peaceful dreams, I see the road leads back to you. Oh, Georgia, Georgia, no peace do I find, just that one sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Thank you. So that was Georgia on my mind. All right. And then, of course, I talked about this song, so I have to do it because it'd be silly not to. So I'm going to. Yeah. I have an itchy nose, sorry. 1 second. I just don't want to like sneeze in the middle of the song or just throw the whole mood off. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Suddenly I'm not half the girl I used to be. There's a shadow hanging over me. Oh, yesterday came suddenly. Why he had to go, I don't know, he wouldn't say. I said something wrong, now I long for yesterday. Yesterday, love was such an easy game to play, but now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Why he had to go, I don't know, he wouldn't said something wrong. Now I long for yesterday. Yeah, yeah, oh, yesterday. Love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Thanks, all. What time are we at? I feel bad because like all these songs are slow and I literally don't have anything upbeat prepared. But it's a gloomy day outside, so it's fine. It's fitting. So this next one is an Eloise song, and if you don't know Eloise, you should go check her out. She writes such beautiful, timeless sounding songs in this day and age. So her lyrics are so intimate, and you'll see why. I've definitely performed this on here before, but who cares? Hold me, baby, I've been feeling lonely lately. I said I miss the old me, but who's she anyway? I've been feeling sort of strange and distant. I know I could take a plane back this instant, but you know I hate changing. Listen, I'm scared to run away. I've been smoking more and I've been eating less, and now my chest is sore and God, my head's a mess. Wish I could close my eyes, I let the colors fade, so no one told me to get used to feeling so afraid. So pull me to the ground from the ceiling. It won't hurt 'cause I've lost all feeling now. Pull me back to the ground. Let me lay with you in our linen. Kiss my lips till my head is spinning round. Pull me back to the ground. No spare time to roam another plane to somewhere that's not home. If I don't get some fresh air with you alone, I will come undone. I've been staying out so that I don't think about the life that's ours, that I'd kill to be in. If I could close my eyes, I'd let the colors fade, 'cause no one told me to get used to feeling so afraid. So pull me to the ground from the ceiling. It won't hurt 'cause I've lost all feeling now. Pull me back to the ground. Let me lay with you in our linen. Kiss my lips till my head is spinning round. Pull me back to the ground. Hold me, baby, I've been feeling lonely lately. I said I miss the old me, but who's she anyway? Thank you. I'm not sure. Do I have time for one more? I guess No? No. Okay. So just thanks so much, everyone, for tuning in, and thank you to Juliann, and go check out her festival. It's going to be lovely, and Charu, Suri, of course. It was so great to talk with her and learn some new things today. So go check out all of that, and my Patreon still exists if you feel like being a Patreon subscriber, and I'm still with Heart of Indie Radio, which you can hear on Mixcloud, and all the information's on their website right there. And we do the Memphis show on Friday nights. So we'll see you on October 23rd at 4 right here. Bye.